Good afternoon, class. I am Corporal Johnson. I'll be your instructor for today's course. Today we're going to learn how to convert azimuths. Okay, before we get started, I'm going to hand my paperwork over to SGL, Staff Sergeant Franklin. Here you go. All right, so risk assessment. All right, for today, the risk assessment is pretty low. We do have a dog here, which the dog's going to be locked up, so don't worry about the dog. We do have snakes. They're going to be in the other room. Don't play with wildlife. They do bite. Above me, I have a ceiling fan. So if the ceiling fan falls, just be cautious of that. It could hurt someone. Fire hazards. Okay, we do have live fire. We have candles, and we also have electrical fires. Okay, so if you smell anything that's tall for out of the ordinary, let me know, and then we'll go from there. And last but not least, tripping hazards. We do have wires going across the room for computers and phones. Okay, so if you see those, just be wary, be cautious. Overall, supervision, just look out, use your eyes, and use common sense. We should be safe and good to go. Okay. All right. So before we get started, we're going to do a quick PCC check. All right. You want to make sure that you have a pen, something to write with, a set of dog tags, a cap card, your map that was issued to you. Okay. Then a water source. Who does not have that right now? All right, moving on. All right, so I'm going to read off the task conditions and standards, and then we'll get started, okay? 071, Charlie Oscar Mike, 1016, convert azimuth. Foreign disclosure, FD1. This training product has been reviewed by the training developers in coordination with the G2, Fort Benning, Georgia, 31905, Foreign Disclosure Officer. This training product can be used to instruct international military students from all approved countries without restrictions. Conditions. You're a member of a squad preparing to conduct tactical movement. You have been directed to convert azimuths in preparation for the movement. You have been given a 1 of 50,000 scale military map with a declination diagram, pencil, paper, magnetic azimuth, and a grid azimuth. Some iterations of the task should be performed in Mach 4. Okay, standards. Convert an azimuth into a back azimuth, magnetic azimuth to a grid azimuth, and a grid azimuth to a magnetic azimuth. Okay, special conditions, none. Special standards, none. Safety risk is low. Then Mach 4 sometimes. We're not going to be in Mach 4 today, though. Okay. All right. Q is none. Note, the north-south lines designate the north on your map. The compass needle points to magnetic north. The grid magnetic GM angle is the angle difference between the grid north and magnetic north. Okay. I'm moving on to performance steps. Okay, of how to actually do it. Warning: when converting azimuths into your back azimuth, extreme care should be exercised when adding or subtracting the 180 degrees. A simple mathematical mistake could have disastrous consequences. Okay, do you have any questions? Nope. All right, moving on. Number 1, convert an azimuth into a back azimuth. Okay, so first one, all you're going to do is add 180 degrees if the azimuth is 180 degrees or less, or subtract 180 degrees if the azimuth is 180 degrees or more. Okay, then line 2. For the second one, all right, second exercise, convert a magnetic azimuth to a grid azimuth. Note, to convert a magnetic azimuth to a grid azimuth, subtract GM angle. Warning, when converting azimuth into a back azimuth, extreme care should be exercised when adding or subtracting the 180 degrees. A simple mistake of 1 degree could be significant in the field. Line alpha, locate the GM angle, which is part of the declination diagram at the bottom of your map. Figure 071, Charlie Oscar Mike, 10161. All right, so that'll be the first picture that you guys will see. Okay. Note, the declination diagram shows both the graphic picture of the GM angle and provides a written summary of the GM angle. This written summary includes the date of the GM angle and the actual angle in both degrees and mils. Okay. Let's scroll down, look at the picture provided, and you can see the declination diagram right there. Okay. Line Bravo, determine whether GM angle is easterly or westerly. Okay. That is in figure 1, as you were, 071, Charlie Oscar Mike, 1016. All right, that's the second picture. Okay. Figure 071, Charlie Oscar Mike, 10162, identifying an easterly GM angle and a westerly GM angle. Okay, so on Charlie, apply the mathematical formula to convert a magnetic azimuth to a grid azimuth. Okay, so first one, we can add an easterly GM angle to a magnetic azimuth to obtain a grid azimuth, or subtract a westerly GM angle from magnetic azimuth to obtain a grid azimuth. Okay, note, as an example, given a magnetic azimuth of 109 degrees, using the above diagram, you would add 9.5 degrees to 190 degrees to obtain a grid azimuth of 199.5. Okay, then line 3. All right, third step. Convert a grid azimuth to a magnetic azimuth. Okay, line alpha, locate the GM angle, which is part of the declination diagram at the bottom of your map. Figure 071 Charlie Oscar Mike 1016 3. Okay, so that's the third picture that they have. All right. Then note, the declination diagram shows both graphic picture of the GM angle and provides a written summary of the GM angle. This written summary includes the date of the GM angle and the actual angle in both degrees and mils. Okay, so as you can see here, the picture provided, and it's the last picture. That shows you what to do. Okay. Figure 071 Charlie Oscar Mike 10164. Identifying an easterly GM angle and a westerly GM angle. Apply the mathematical formula to convert a magnetic azimuth to a grid azimuth. Okay. Line Bravo. Apply the mathematical formula to convert a magnetic azimuth to a grid azimuth. Okay. Line 1 underneath that, subtract an easterly GM angle from a grid azimuth to obtain a magnetic azimuth. On line 2, add a westerly GM angle to a grid azimuth to obtain a magnetic azimuth. Okay, so you're pretty much reversing what we just did in step 2. As an example, given a grid azimuth of 199.5 degrees, using above diagram, you will subtract 9.5 degrees from 199.5 to obtain a magnetic azimuth of 190 degrees. Okay, so before we get to the evaluation, what we're going to do is give you guys about 5 minutes to practice, and we'll go from there. Okay, do I have any questions on what just happened? Nope. All right, you guys can begin practicing. At this time, I'll be walking around the classroom, helping out students if they need help, and then giving them further instructions. Okay. All right, so your time is up. Before I get started, I'm going to relist the test condition standards again. So just bear with me. 071 Charlie Oscar Mike 1016 convert azimuth. Foreign disclosure FD1. This training product has been reviewed by the training developers in coordination with G2 Fort Benning, Georgia 31905 Foreign Disclosure Officer. This training product can be used to instruct international military students from all approved countries without restrictions. Conditions. You're a member of a squad preparing to conduct tactical movement, and you have been directed to convert azimuth in preparation for the movement. You have been given 1 to 50,000 scale military map with a declination diagram, pencil, paper, a magnetic azimuth, and a grid azimuth. Some iterations of this task should be performed in Mach 4. Again, like I said, we're not going to be doing Mach 4 in this class. Okay. Standards: convert an azimuth into a back azimuth, a magnetic azimuth, a grid azimuth to a magnetic azimuth. Okay. Special conditions: none. Special standards: none. Safety risk: low. Mach 4 sometimes. It will not be on Mach 4 today. All right. Okay. Evaluation preparation. Setup. Provide the soldier with the equipment and materials described in the conditions and condition statement. Brief soldier. Tell the soldier what is expected by reviewing the task standards. Stress to the soldier the importance of observing all cautions, warnings, and dangers to avoid injury to personnel and, if applicable, damage to equipment. Okay. Like I said, first step, converting azimuth into a back azimuth. Second step, converting magnetic azimuth into a grid azimuth. And the third step, converting a grid azimuth to a magnetic azimuth. Okay. That being said, if one of you guys fails, I'm gonna have to stop you immediately, tell you why you failed, and then tell you, as well as anyone else who hasn't been evaluated, when retrain and reevaluation is later today. Okay. Who would like to be the first volunteer? Okay, Private Snuffy, you're up. Okay. All right. And you may begin. Good. 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 Okay. All right, so at this time, Professor Snuffy, you have passed the evaluation. All right, for those of you who have not been evaluated, retrain and reevaluation time will be at 1600 today at building 411. All right, I'll be your instructor and I'll be reevaluating you if you have not been evaluated yet. Okay, again, 1600 today at building 411. I will be your instructor again. Okay. All right. So at this time, we had no failures. Okay, so right now we're going to do a police call around the area, make sure we pick up any trash. And then after we do the perform the police call, then we're going to do our PCC check again, make sure we have all our equipment that we just came here with, okay? All right, so you should have your writing utensil, okay? Your cat card, dog tags, order source, then your map, okay? Is there anyone who has lost anything in this class at this time? Nope, okay. All right. Did anyone get hurt during this exercise? No? Okay. All controls were effective. So what was supposed to happen? You want to tell me that? Okay, good job. Yeah, what was supposed to happen is one, the introduction, okay, then the risk assessment, PCC check, all right, task condition standards, okay, then instruction on detail on what the class was, okay, I ensured all notes, cautions, and warnings were addressed, okay, brief the practice scenario, what you guys had to do, give you guys about 5 minutes to practice, okay, we end up practice, restated task condition and standards, Private Snuffy, you're the one that was just evaluated, okay. If you guys weren't evaluated, like I said, retrain time is at 1600 today at building 411. I'll be your instructor. Okay. After the evaluation process and briefing process, we conducted a police call, conducted final PCC. Okay, we reviewed our draw. No one got hurt. Risk assessment was low. Okay, and now we're conducting the AAR. Okay, so what did happen? Pretty much everything I just said went over, correct? Roger. Okay. All right. And at this time, Staff Sergeant Franklin, there were no failures in this class. I've already instructed them on what retraining is and reevaluation is. I would like to close out the training site. Thank you.